Rematch, motherfucker!
There we go.
That was much more epic than the one you would have done, Steve.
Shut up.
And I won.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, it happened. Anyway, we're back.
Hey
Hey
guys.
guys.
Yep, and yeah, rather than show that young boring fight again, I just thought I'd show that I won. The only important thing.
And you leveled up.
Yeah, that's how awesome I am.
So you finally killed him without the, was that healers, was it, yeah?
Yeah,
Healing him.
the virtues, yeah, they were very
Cheeky.
So you
cheeky
still
heal.
just piling points into strength at the moment.
Yeah, until I get... God damn fucking mouse, anyway. Until I get the Magatsuchi. The thing, the bug that's in the Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be putting anything other than strength.
Right.
But I won and got another candy ebria.
Hoorah!
So what one did that do then?
Don't do anything, Stephen. They opened the door.
Oh right, yeah.
They're just a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So where was the? What's the thing? There's the little worms that you put.
Ooh.
It's maggots. Oh no, it's not Magatsuchi. Magatsuchi's like life force.
It's like a Magatama, I think.
Yeah, that's basically.
It's the
That's what I was thinking.
I
of.
swear
Hey.
I've heard that reference doing that.
It's the one guy of our friends who's not a crazy fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Is this the journalist?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the journey. It's Hijiro.
Right, journalist guy is probably going to go crazy at some point because that's always what happens.
He's basically explaining that we've come to the city of the mannequins, and he's explaining that mannequins are made by mud.
Yeah. Made of what? Clay.
Yeah. And he's also, because in the last part he was saying he needed to find one of these that was outside Nihio's control. He has found one that's outside Nihio's control. But it's going to take him a while to figure out how he can abuse this.
Right.
So give us a recap of what that was again.
I just did.
No, I mean what it does.
He has to teleport. The thing is, where the nightmare system, you know, their big doomsday device they possess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the nightmare system is in something called the obelisk. And we can't get to the obelisk because the teleportation to it has been blocked up. Fusing!
Who are we fusing now?
I'm fusing stuff together for reasons. Cause
Okay.
Right.
So what's...
Is this like...
Bondage Fairy.
Oh no, not the Bondage Angel or the Bondage Fairy!
Bondage Angel and Fiery Fairy. Creates.
There!
What?
Dice-a-Joe!
What? Mate, you
Awesome.
mate, I just feel cheated.
Dice-a-Joe is fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you threw away the fucking hot Bondage Angel
It was
to get some lame priests. You can't have sex with that.
Well, you can, but
Depending on your preference, Adam.
it's totally fucking worth it.
So he's a healer, I'm presuming.
Dice-a-Joe, he's a healer. Yeah, he's a very strong healer. Probably one of the best in the game.
I remember you vaguely saying something along the lines of where he had a move which basically...
He has prayer, which allows him to basically get all the health back and removes all status effects.
Right.
Which those two hot things couldn't do.
No. I still would have preferred the two hot things.
I've gone back to the sewer. Everyone's favourite place.
Why?
no,
Why?
I wasn't here for this, but I'm
I
immediately
get
going
that.
to join in with the... Oh God, no! Would you say-
Fortunately, a demon has gone and attacked me before I could get into the sewer.
Thank God for that.
Anyway, yep, it's another Candy Ebria boss.
Another horseman?
Yes, the next four are all horsemen.
Alright.
It's
the Red Horse.
It's the Red Rider.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
No.
No, okay.
I think this guy's war.
So you're still alive? She managed to defeat one of us. Very impressive.
Well, I would presume that you should,
But I'm not a pansy.
Not like that guy. That guy was a fucking pussy.
I never liked that guy, I'm gonna be honest.
Death be unto you.
That's something like, if you can kill one of them, surely you could kill the others as well.
No, they are more powerful. Each one is more powerful than the last. Your madness is my joy, shall we begin? Well, that was good.
Right?
And he can summon powers.
Okay, they look nasty.
Well...
So this guy seems to be a pure strength attack, brute force guy.
Yeah, basically.
So in the sense of just either bump up your defences or counteract with massive onslaught.
Well, I don't. It doesn't matter. I've got my main man Daisajo with me.
Ah.
You have the healer.
Well, he doesn't have that spell yet, but Daisajo is just so...
Does he have that turn that move that can give you more turns?
No.
Or is that because that only bosses that can
Only
do that?
bosses will have that one. No, Daisajo is useful because of his meditation ability, which allows him to just scream and absorb health and MP.
Alright.
Even at this stage.
So basically, you have a constant source of HP.
Yeah.
So you can't really lose.
Oh, I bet you can.
Well, I can use if Jim does.
Yeah, I mean, you can lose, but I mean, the chances of you losing have been drastically kind of lowered.
Yeah.
Smack.
Right. So Matt, you probably know about this, but
Maybe.
there's a few Shin Megami Tensei games that are being ported to Vita at the moment.
I didn't know they were going to Vita. I knew there was new ones coming out on the 3DS. What's coming out on Vita?
Oh yeah, there is three. Yeah, there's Shin Megami Tensei 4 is coming out on 3DS, which is interesting. Yeah, it should be interesting. But yeah, apparently some of the older ones are being ported to Vita and to other systems as well.
Well, I know Vita got Persona 4 Golden. Which
Yeah.
was a remake of Persona 4, which was almost enough to get me to buy a Vita.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely love Persona
Genuinely, Vita seems like a decent system. It's just like there's not quite enough to get me interested.
Because that's the thing. Well, there's always kind of like one or two games you really want to play, but is it kind of that much worth it to buy a whole console?
That was kind of my attitude for the 3DS for a long time until like basically Luigi's Mansion and a whole load of other games that came out, and it was enough to justify it.
For you, that's currently going on with me in the PlayStation 4. There's one or two games on there at the moment that I'm kind of interested in, and yeah, I'd love to play them. But it's not going to be until there's about maybe a year down the line where there'll be about 5, 6, 7 more games where I'll be like, okay, now I really want to buy this.
Well, I'll tell you what, I had absolutely no intention of buying a PS4 or any console this gen. I was just going to stick to PC.
Yeah.
But then I heard about Project Beast, and I was like, shit, I'm going to have to buy a fucking PS4, aren't I? For those of you that aren't aware, Project Beast is, well, it's really just a rumour at this phase, but it seems pretty concrete. That it's basically going to be the equivalent of a new Souls game, and it's going to be a PS4 exclusive, and Miyazaki is working on it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to buy a PS4.
Just for the people who don't know, Miyazaki
He's the director of Dark Souls and Demon Souls, although he wasn't on the team for Dark Souls 2, which explains a lot.
Huh.
Oh, was that an underhanded jab at Dark Souls 2 just now?
No, to be fair, I like Dark Souls 2, but it's not as good as Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls.
I mean, I've not actually gone through Dark Souls.
So,
Did you die?
I died.
Did you lose?
I died.
Oh, Matt.
This is a long sigh. I was very upset.
Yeah, just before you say what you're going to say, Steve, I know that a lot of people who have played through Dark Souls 2 and it's their first experience of a Souls game have really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking maybe it's just the veterans who are not enjoying it.
Snobs.
Well, I mean,
it's
essentially,
It's also, I don't know, I mean, I played Dark Souls 2 quite late into the game. I don't know whether it's the same as much now, but there's a lot more. It's a lot more multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
aspects.
Yeah,
There's a lot more multiplayer.
The multiplayer's done a lot better in Dark Souls.
But it's good. It's really good. I really like how it's done, especially that how like you fight against someone that won't be too high above your scope.
Which is a good thing. I only really have this perspective because I'm a veteran player, but I do feel like it unnecessarily penalises you if you decide to play at low levels. Because if you play at low levels, you're just going to get your shit wrecked in PvP. Like, have like no chance at all.
Yeah, I mean, like what I was gonna say, like I've not completed the first one. I got up to the boar mob, not a boss, and got killed by it, and just kind of gave up at that point. But Dark Souls 2, it's very kind of, I think you said at one point it was kind of very noob friendly.
Yeah,
it's very like.
It's more accessible than Dark Souls 1 was. Dark Souls 1 just kind of jumped you in the deep end and didn't really explain a whole lot. Yeah. Dark Souls 2 is it eases you into it a bit more.
Yeah, because I kind of got to it and then I was getting really overpowered, and kind of ended up getting cocky in the game, which is like the first thing you don't do in Dark Souls,
Yeah.
get cocky. And then slowly things started killing me again. I was like, okay, yeah, knock it down a bit, because you do have to focus, because there are a lot of times when I've had about 35k souls, and all I wanted to do was just peg it to get my souls back. Never do that. You're just gonna
generally
get killed.
not a good idea unless you really know the area well.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for people who haven't played the first game and then are introduced into the second game, play through that and enjoy it, which I am enjoying it. It would then make me go back to the first game to play through that as well.
And I hope a lot of new players do go back to Dark Souls 1 and play
I
it
agree.
because
Very,
it is
very
a fantastic
And
game.
I actually think they'd find it more of a... I think it's definitely more of a challenge. And they'll find it harder because they won't be able to co-op as much.
Yeah, well, the main reason why they won't be able to co-op as much is because no one's fucking playing it anymore. They're all playing Dark Souls 2.
No, man. People are still playing Dark Souls 1. Even for... I started playing Dark Souls 1 the week after Dark Souls 2 came out, and I was still getting co-op on bosses. And especially on Steam and Snow, and Orlando is very popular.
Yeah, I kind of... A lot of the bosses in Dark Souls 2, I managed to kind of one-shot, purely because... Like, the summon signs are just brimming out.
One-shotted them.
Yeah.
You mean you did them in one attempt?
Sorry.
Not you beat them in one shot, because that's ridiculous.
Well, no, I did them in one
probably
attempt.
possible, but
I did them in one attempt.
What's that? Oh no, it's just another Cerberus.
What's up, Riz?
Orpheus.
Yeah. So what are you doing now, Matt?
Well, I beat the boss like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I saw that. I was paying attention.
At the moment, I'm just looking around. In fact, this part of the game is literally the guys go, okay, before we go to the next area, do you want to kill time? Do you want to just like hang out for a while?
Well, that was so basically, because he's trying to fix it, you have to kill time.
Well, I'm going to go see Futamimi.
Futamimi is
the psychic mannequin.
Oh, right.
I'm also going to pick up a bug. Because I've forgotten what they're called. I'm thinking Magatama. But I could be wrong.
That's one with Japanese names. You can't always remember them.
But there's a bug around here somewhere.
Right.
And I will claim it. And it will be in the most epic way imaginable.
Right.
Right after this.
The Yamato in Japanese mythology represents the underworld or Yomi in the myth.
Yomi?
They're these things.
Long to be deceased, old hags of the Yomi to chase after me. He's having sold them down by...
And we won't care.
Pause it if you want to know.
If you want to know...
it seemed really interesting, but I couldn't read it in time.
Yeah. If you want to know, ask like a mythology expert to watch this video as well. and then ask his opinion. That's I think that's the only way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an interesting thing I read the other day.
Did you?
Yes. That basically they managed to find a way. I mean, this hasn't been tested on humans yet, but that if you were to give an older person the kind of something in the blood cells of people in their 20s, it would make them more kind of mentally and physically able.
Okay.
Because
well, you mean if you give them the blood of someone? Give me the blood of a young man.
It's kind of like that.
That's actually what Mr. Burns used to do in The Simpsons.
Have we reached kind of pagan sacrifice? Bring me the blood of a virgin and I shall live forever.
I can't remember precisely what it was, but it was something in the bloods of younger people, which kind of makes them more energetic, we'll say. And then when they kind of give that to elderly people, it makes them more active. They tested this on mice. It's not human testing won't begin for another 5 years apparently, but they were doing it with the mice who was about 70 years old in terms of human age, and he was exercising by using the wheel after, and it's very interesting because then that will be able to kind of give people a lease on life, really.
Well, it's very interesting the way that cells work and how aging works in the body, because obviously, as you know, like cells in the body die and are constantly replaced, right? But the thing is, cells do age and they do get damaged over time, but when they get replaced with a new cell, they're actually replaced with a cell that's also an aged cell. So, like, if someone who's 70 years old, you know, the skin cells that they lose will be replaced by new cells, but they'll still be 70-year-old skin cells rather than new ones.
So I think that's kind of what
rather than young person's skin cell.
So it's
the same. It's the same with any kind of cell. I'm guessing. I mean, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's the same with any cell in the body.
That seems like a shitty system. We should do it forever because there's no way that could ever go wrong.
But apparently they've also developed some sort of pill that increases life expectancy.
Yeah, they're always doing that.
Yeah.
But it's the weird thing about life and the way life works in general is that generally it seems like it's all just geared towards passing on your genetic material. And oh my god, arcade games!
The most epic way of getting a Magatama ever.
How did the phrase go? Well, what's the meaning of life? Oh, it's because we get distracted by things and hats.
Well, it's
okay, so you have to play some kind of block puzzle game?
We've got puzzle mini game.
Oh, I love
You have to play Catherine!
No, God, no.
Aha! Oh, no, I can't get to the exit! Oh, God, this is impossible. This puzzle cannot be computed.
Yeah,
of course it can.
Of course it can.
Well, I reckon right now you need to restart it.
Well, I'm not actually controlling this at the moment.
Okay.
This is a tutorial telling me how to do it.
Ah, right.
Aha! The tutorial has craftily solved this puzzle. Yeah, there are 20 minutes. I'll try to make them as interesting as possible.
What was that?
What? Alright.
Okay, that happened.
Yeah, that's not working. Suffice to say, I do them all.
So, that happened.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. Oh, you beat it, right? Okay, you're gonna have this thing. I don't know what the fuck it is.
This gave me the Magatama DJ because I had mad gaming skills.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting when games have... Huh?
The DJ, I'm probably going to look at it now. DJ is... No, that's Gaius. That's probably the one I just got, actually. Gaius is at the healing one. It gives me all the healing spells.
Ah.
And this does that, and this does this, and that does that.
Alright.
Well, it's always interesting when games kind of give you like a game inside a game. Gameception.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Well, mini games.
Yeah.
Well, some can be.
Well, I mean, like when they actually make it like an arcade game as well.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it again?
I'm not. I'm just showing that you can do it again if you really wanted to do the same puzzles again.
Okay.
Like, why, however, God knows.
Well, if you puzzles, but the problem is they're not new, so you already know all the answers.
The best example of mini games that I've known is like basically WarioWare.
That's just a game of mini games.
Yeah, but it's a game of micro games, but also you have unlockable mini games within the game. So you can unlock Dr. Mario. You can unlock Sheriff, which is the fucking first video game Nintendo ever made.
Okay, what's the best mini game that is a mini game that was actually built for the game? Oh, as opposed to just playing an old NES game or something.
Oh, you mean like, for example, in Super Mario Smash Brothers? No, Super Mario... I can't remember.
I'd say...
It's the one where... The first one for DS, I think it was. They had a bunch of mini games for that. The one where you turn into a giant.
Which one?
Super Mario 64.
No. It was
But it was called Mario.
Super Mario, New Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, that one. New
Oh
Super Mario.
yeah.
That one. It had a it had like a bunch of mini games with that, like a card game, and that's how you get extra coins. They were pretty good.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I mean. So what would you say is the best mini game in a game you've played?
Right. It's really hard to pin down because there's so many good examples. Basically, pretty much any mini game from a Zelda game is
Just
quite
pick
good.
one from me, I was going to say, listen to Zelda the Wind Waker, I love the Battleship. No, it was more the treasure hunting thing.
Kaboom! The Battleships
You're
game had the
completely
best sound effect.
forgetting the posting mini game in that game.
Oh god, we have to throw that in the yeah.
Quick, post the letters into the right mailboxes. That was annoying as hell.
The speaking of old minigames like that, the Pokemon Stadium on the N64 actually had some really good minigames.
Yeah.
Really good competitive minigames.
Yeah, I think the Licky Tongue one on Pokemon Stadium 2 was the best.
Thing is, I think it actually started off as a mini game, but Call of Duty Zombies was meant to be a mini game.
I wouldn't say it's a mini game though. Yeah, it's like a sub mode. Yeah.
Yeah, because for me to classify it as a mini game, it's a game within the game.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in the middle of the main story and then go into a room and suddenly fight zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess actually the overhead perspective one that's done in Call of Duty, you know the.
No, that's still not the same.
It is because you have to break out of the chair, go along to the computer, type in a code on the computer, and then it appears up in the computer, and you play it there.
I guess.
I know.
That is a minigame.
No More Heroes 2.
Anyway,
That's another really good example of some quality mini games.
Or picking up coconuts.
Picking up coconuts, hoovering up bugs.
Mario Party, well, that's a game of mini.
Mario Party is a game of mini games, so it doesn't really count. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, I've actually gone to the Mannequin's Hoey place.
Well,
By the way,
it's really gloomy and down.
This looks kind of the stuff hanging from the ceiling looks kind
very
of
holy.
Yes, it is. This is where the first mannequin was made. So they consider it sacred ground. And as for Mime, hey, I knew you would come because I'm psychic. You know.
It's in the future.
We have featured the maze again, although I can say at this point. That's convenient, psychic Taean, because it's we will see each other again in the future. When? Some point.
Well,
psychic, don't you know?
Right now is also the future, so.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
I can see you in the future. What you mean, like now? Yeah.
If you tell someone like, "Oh, I will see you at this precise time in this future," most people will kind of go, "Right, I'm going to prove this person wrong." I think that's why they kind of try to avoid telling you the precise moment that they'll see someone.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not going to bother trying to prove this guy wrong because the world fucking ended. I'm pretty much will accept anything at this point.
Well, I mean, generally, in any concept, like in real world, in real life, if someone's psychic and says that.
So he wants to create a world where mannequins can live in peace.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
That's his reason. Oh, he's talking about an evil mannequin, whose name I've forgotten, but it was just on the screen.
To be honest, this guy probably has the best and least selfish and dickish reason so far.
Yep, he does. Which will lead to an incredibly interesting thing later.
Yeah.
But that won't be for another...
But we're still going for the neutral option, so we're just saying fuck you to everyone.
Yep. Anyway, I still have to dick around for a while because the guy's still not ready. But he mentioned that there was a psychopath mannequin walking around.
Okay.
Side quest.
So let's see if we can find a psychopath because that's a great idea.
Why not?
I would say it's probably a side quest.
I'm going to guess that's a psychopath. No, okay, no.
Oh, trust me.
No, that twitching is completely normal.
Trust me, you'll know this guy when you see him.
It's going to be some kind of slavering wreck.
It's going to be a red mannequin.
Well, the thing is, these two Futamime, his name's like Sengoku, I think, are very interesting. Not just because of their personalities, but because of what you find out what they are.
Right.
And it's all very interesting, but won't be explained for 20 past, probably.
So are we not going to be seeing the other two riders for quite some time now?
No.
I'm sure it's fine.
Sure
it's the demon apocalypse. I mean, we're seeing a little blood at the moment. I mean, Jesus.
Let's see, nothing in here. The other two riders, I think I'll come up against one, not in this part or the next part, but fairly soon.
Okay.
I'll come up against another one, and then I'll go to the third cowboy. He's an evil man. Again, I wasn't looking, so I missed the fucking name.
Shingaki or something? Shingikaki?
Yeah.
Shinkaki?
Well, notice that on your mini-map, it flashes red now and then, yellow now and then.
Sakahige. That's how long it is before. If it flashes red, I'm hitting a random encounter. Because I'm running, I'm attracting
Attention.
There's a strong presence behind this door, and there's a psychopathic mannequin running around. It's probably unrelated. You should have just handed over your mega sushi.
Oh, really?
But instead you decided to oppose me. That was too funny. Well, I'm not complaining now. I have this new skin tag to my
Oh, great. He's Buffalo Bill the mannequin.
Yeah. There he is.
Well.
Who's there?
Okay.
It puts a lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
All those mannequins were back. They're all pretty weak. All of them except that one guy that escaped from the mantra. He's talking about Futamimi. Him and Futamimi are the only mannequins who actually have power.
Or have a sense of...
Yeah, all the rest of them seem pretty weak.
And they're all very generic as well. Futamimi and...
And Strange Mannequin.
and Strange Mannequin both have actually very definitive personality. You don't want Magatsuchi? You're one weird demon.
I'm no demon.
Well, it's time for me to go. Maybe we'll meet again, maybe not. We'll see. I'm not psychic, so I don't actually know.
Can we just kill him now?
No.
He's just going to run off.
He's just going to bugger off, yeah.
He's gonna
I imagine he'd probably kick our ass if we killed him now.
Yeah, maybe. We're just going to let him go so he can kill more mannequins, because fuck it.
Yeah, because we don't actually care, because we're a dick like that.
But more importantly, he stole the items that were in those chests.
I was going to say that both chests are empty. Motherfucker!
Truly, he is the worst monster in history.
Yeah.
Worse than any of these
You can
demons.
kill me, you can absorb my life, but you take my loot. I will find you, and I will kill you.
Again, Sakahige and Futamime are both... Anyway, let's go back to Jiri. Because I've faffed around enough now. I can progress. Hey, good timing. How was Asakusa? Well, I saw this fucking psychopath walking around.
It was a fucking shithole.
He was wearing mannequins as skin. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Did you hear me about the mannequin? So here, take a look. Magical psychic looking through the mind network power.
Matrix.
The obelisk.
I just had an epiphany.
That's the obelisk of Kyoyoda. Or Chiyoda.
In Chiyoda.
That's the word. The nightmare system is inside. Along with all the Magatsuhi that they've collected. That's a lot of power.
Right, so there's so much power, this place is just going...
So if you were to obtain this...
Well, this is where the maiden is. So that's where our school teacher is. So we want to go rescue her.
But who's got her?
Not Hijiri, Hikara.
Hikara's the
Evil cat.
evil cat.
Evil cat.
Long time ago.
Guy in the snazzy outfits. Snazzy suits. The guy who's not a kid.
No, that's not the old guy, is it?
That's the on the serious.
I don't think I remember, mate. It was too long ago.
He was in Neo. He was in that dungeon you all hated me for because it was young and it had a starfish trying to kill me that was trying to rearrange the dungeon.
Oh, that guy!
Yeah.
That fucking starfish! I remember him.
Well, Hikara was there. He was
he's the guy who's leading not the mantra, the cult that started the whole apocalypse.
Yeah, that's the guy. Finally, we can rescue Miss Takio.
Yeah.
But first, because I'm now massively strong, I can pry open this door and receive the Magatama Gaia.
Right.
Who you only supposed to be able to get till the very end of the game.
And what does it do?
Wow, big
does
boost.
that.
Okay, that's a huge boot. Wow. So your strength is
The
almost
best one?
maxed.
No. You foolish child.
So what? Yeah, now I'm gonna rescue her.
Yeah, now I'm going to rescue her. Important things. Anyway, I can go through the assembly of Nihio.
Basically, that thing's gonna
So
make you
is this
stronger.
a shortcut you've done by doing this?
Well, because I've got to go through here to get to the obelisk.
Yeah, but if you're doing this, does it say you just basically grinding?
What, by getting the Magatama? You would eventually get it anyway through normal level progression, but I've kind of done it so it's earlier, so I get a very powerful Magatama really early on.
Alright.
I guess you get the full benefit of it at this point.
Yeah, by the time it gets to a point where you would usually get it, you probably got several other Magatamas that are just as useful.
So you're going to be overpowered as heck when it comes to hitting something.
Yeah, sort of.
Fair enough. Well, we'll wait and see, I guess.
Anyway, I'm going to turn on the lights because it's dark in here. And I must find my way through this dark labyrinth to get to the obelisk.
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
It didn't quite work, did it?
Yeah. Even with the eye, it's very hard to...
Quite dim in
It's
here.
quite dim in here, yeah.
So, do you know where you're going?
Alright, so,
Very good, yeah.
since this conversation's kind of died, Nintendo are fucked.
They've been fucked for a while. Why
Yeah, but they're more fucked than usual. Basically, they've announced another year of record losses.
Sweet.
God.
So yeah, they're doing pretty badly at the moment. I had the exact figure up here. It's a lot.
I love there's an image.
Oh yeah, their losses for this annual year are 23.2 billion yen. So that's 134 million pounds.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah,
That's,
it's a lot of money to be thrown away.
I love how they basically have a picture of what's he called?
Yeah,
again?
I'm looking at the Eurogamer article on my phone now, and they've basically headlined this article of a picture of Lakaitu, I think his name is, just throwing coins away. Lakaitu. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck his name is pronounced.
Damn, all these Japanese names.
Yeah.
Well, it would probably help if they made games that.
Good.
Oh god. So how did you emit light?
My Pissacasa can do it.
Right. Basically like Pokemon. It would help if they actually listened to their users.
It would
It
help.
doesn't really matter at this. Nintendo have never listened to their users ever.
That's my point.
Ever.
My point.
But the thing is, they've done alright out of it so far.
So
it's only now when it's really
far.
come to bite them.
You sound like such a 5-year-old just now, Adam. It's like, you've never, ever done that.
No, it's true though.
I think it's because PlayStation is the last of the older generation that existed before Sony and thing, where
Nintendo.
it was where there wasn't as much internet around, where multiplayer wasn't such a thing, where they would just put out games and that was it. You know, you'd be lumped with the product, whether it was good or whether it was crap. You know, that was it. There was no patches, nothing like that.
Well,
no
yeah,
DLC.
but back in those days, they took a bit more time to actually make sure the games were decent before release.
So you mean they actually put more time and effort into a game? That's why it actually was good.
Yeah, and concrete release dates weren't as big of a deal back then as well.
Well, that's the thing with the
Games are delayed all the time.
Games are constantly rushed. That's why most of them are really poor quality. I can't remember who said it, but I think it was the person who made Mario. Said something along the lines of,
Oh yeah, it was
a game.
a delayed game is eventually good, but a bad game is bad forever.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
That's the thing though, because games get rushed. I mean, look at
Well, it gets
GTA.
rushed through the beta. That's what the problem is. It gets beta tested in it extensively, and that's what happens with a lot of games. That's why they have to patch, because the games aren't being beta tested.
Going back to Nintendo, it's not so much the fact that they haven't been listening to their fans and their users. It's more the fact that basically what made Nintendo so successful, or with the Wii so successful, was that it appealed to a generation of people who weren't really into video games. And it was just like a cheap way for them to get into games, and it was like a really easy thing to do. The problem is, all of those people now don't need a games console because they got smartphones. So it's just like, why do I pay $200 or £200 to get a games console when I already have a phone that can play games, and I just spend like 50p on Angry Birds, you know? And that's really why they've been screwed.
For the,
Yeah, but that's
that's
the market.
I'm not saying
Well, it's just the party game scene, which was one of the Wii's biggest.
Yeah.
The only thing the Wii's got going for it is party games. But then again, as you say, smartphones.
No, don't get me wrong. There are a few. I've heard there's quite a few good games out on the Wii U, but they're quite small in number. Really, there's only about 3 or 4, considering that the Wii U's been out for how many years now?
A year, 2 years, maybe.
I would have expected more to have it for a console to really grab my attention. There, I have to have more than 3 or 4 games by, and that's the end. So
yeah.
I'll end on that forward. See you next time, guys.
Alright,
See you guys.
Bye.